Welcome to my craft room. My name is LaDonna with Sampling of Memories, and I know it has been a long time since I have done a floss tube, but I thought I would hop on here real fast to share some information and just to give an update. So I believe my last video I mentioned that I would be attending the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, which I did have an opportunity to do. And Michelle does a wonderful job putting everything together. It's a very nice retreat. All the ladies are wonderful. It's just a very pleasant time. It's very enjoyable. But I also had a chance to meet Priscilla and Chelsea, which was nice since I have been corresponding with them, and I sent some of my items for them and for them to share with the folks that watch their floss tube. So it was nice to have a chance to meet them in person. And the retreat project is exclusive to the retreat attendees for a year. So we did have it ahead of time, and we were sworn to secrecy, which I believe all of us kept. We weren't allowed to share pictures or anything like that outside of the closed group that Michelle had set up for the retreat attendees. And I believe it was successful keeping it quiet, because I believe a lot of you saw the release that the floss tube that Priscilla and Chelsea did from the retreat, when Priscilla talked about the design and the new series that she is she did the chalkboard drawings that Hands-On Design converted into cross stitch for the Chalk Full series. So the one for the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat will be the last one. It'll be next, I think next July that one comes out, and I believe within the next couple weeks, I think the first one, which has the sunflowers in the jar, will be, and I think on it is Harvest, if I remember correctly. If not, I'll put it down below if I messed all of that up. That will be the first one that releases, and then the one that we had at the retreat will be the one that closes out that series. So when we received the kit, the fabric was black, 28 count, and I tried. I've never really stitched on fabric that dark before, and I really did try, but I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. I do have an issue. I do really have an issue with my eyes that at some point I may have to have cornea transplants. So I was like, okay, I just don't want to do this because I don't want to make my eyes any worse than they already are. So I went ahead, and I was really afraid to do it. I went ahead and changed to a different fabric. Still, to me, it has a chalkboard look, but it's not black or gray. And I got to remember the name of it, but I do. I just remember the name of it, so that's good. So what I ended up doing was I used Picture This Plus Twilight. Had to think about that again. So this was the design, and as you can see, it doesn't, pop like it would against the black, in all honesty, but I could see it, and that was important to me because I was just getting really frustrated with the black. I couldn't tell where the holes were, and I put the light underneath, the light above. I even put my craft optic glasses on, and it was just a struggle, so I just opted to change. So don't be afraid to change the color. I think Chelsea did the same. I think she did a lighter, like almost a beige color for hers, and they all look different, but you have to do it how you can do it. So part of the class was we had to have the piece stitched and finished, which I did not, so I was guilty of that there, but I was pretty darn close. I still did all of the finishing pieces that Priscilla had taught us. So the little bow with the magnet on the back, I went ahead and did that. I went ahead and did the fabric the way she had instructed us to, in order to get the ruffling around the edges. So I had all of that ready to go, so that when I came home, literally once I finished it, all I had to do was iron it, put it on the sticky board, and attach the ruffles, which is from the homespun. But basically you're ruching it, is what I would have referred to it before I saw what she did. You're just, you know, running your needle through your fabric, and then you're pulling it, but then you've got to also adjust it as well, because you want it to be balanced all the way around the design as much as possible. So along with the kit came the stand, which I know most of you have already seen this if you watch Priscilla and Chelsea, and that's fine. But for those of you who haven't, the stand did come with it as part of our kit. It's from Hobby Lobby. You can check your local store, check online. I think it's part of their spring collection, so I don't know if they'll have it permanently or if it's something that'll go away, but we did get the enamel easel to display our finished project. Now, I love it. I love the jar. I collect mason jars, so for me, I'm going to, when my mother-in-law moves out next weekend, I have some rearranging to do. So at that point, I figured that's when I'm going to mess with my mason jars and figure out how I can put this in with the display. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the series for the same reason, because I collect mason jars, old ones. I just think it'd be really cute. So I love it. And yeah, I haven't cut the tag off yet, so call me Minnie Pearl, but I do love it. It was fun. It was a quick stitch, but for those of you who do it, just be forewarned, those flowers are a little trickier than you think. So, and you may want to have some extra chalk, the color that the pattern calls for, just in case. I had to take mine out a few times, kind of trail, and you think you have the pattern down and it changes. So just be forewarned. The other piece that is an accent piece, which I'll have to wait till I get my chart, because I can't find the one that we were given at the retreat. So, which is okay, because I can wait. It's not that big of a deal, because I did sign up for the series to be auto shipped to me, so it'll come, and that's fine. But it's designed to go, and it just says Liberty, and so you do the same finishing technique and everything, but it's designed to go on top of this enamel carrier. And once again, it's a Hobby Lobby item, and as soon as they ship, we had the item number, and I was ordering already, because I knew once people saw this, when their FlossTube went out or heard about it, they would be gone. So that will eventually have the little piece that goes with it on the top. But when I went to Hobby Lobby, they also had this enamel tray, which, and I apologize for the glare, it's metal, it's in their spring shop as well, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the code in case anyone's interested. And let me see, I might need my readers for this. It's 5787296, and I'll put it down below as well. And let me just double check the number, and I apologize. I did finally get contacts, but because I'm at that point now to where my close-up vision is going as bad as my far away, my contacts are for far away and not close-ups. I have to deal with the readers, so excuse me. So the number is 5787296, and it's a 16.14 by 10.43 inches. So that gives you an idea of the measurements. But I thought for when I do, once my mother-in-law moves out, I'm redoing the whole downstairs, because I'm redoing the kitchen, I'm painting it, I'm taking the wallpaper off. I'm going to potentially pull the carpet up. I may recarpet, I may not. So I'm going to have quite a few projects to do, but everything will be decorated more primitive, farmhouse style, since that seems to be what's popular, and we're getting ready to put our house on the market in a couple years. I figured I might as well go ahead and adapt the walls so that it's more updated for when people come and look at the house. And so I thought this would be a good one to have. I'm not sure what I'll do with it yet, but I thought it would be really cute in the kitchen area. And once again, because it's metal, I would be able to change out any of the designs that I put in there. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Because I don't know how long they'll carry the line. So I figured I might as well grab it while I can. Jar, which it says Midwest Cross Stitchers Blue Ribbon Retreat 2019. So we all got these, and then our name tags were like a blue ribbon, and you put your name on it. So that was, I love anything mason jar. So I'm one of those that used to drink out of the glass mason jars before people really drank out of them, before that was the thing. So I love it. So and then let's see here, I have StitchCon coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be heading off to Cincinnati. So if you're going to StitchCon, please, if you see me, stop and talk to me, introduce yourself. I would love to meet some of you. I really don't know that many people that are going. As a matter of fact, I know Donna Ray from Flannel Jammy Farms, because I've met her at a couple of retreats that I've attended that Dying to Stitch offers in Virginia Beach. And the first one that I went to, the Blackbird Design one, she was at our table. So that's how I got to know her. And then I know Tara, my new best friend from the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, who hails out of, I believe it's Greenville, South Carolina. And I think I may have said that correctly, because I remember living in Atlanta. It's not Greenville, it's Greenville. I think I did that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. So I'll get to see her, hopefully. But it's going to be kind of hard since there's 400 people. Hello, that's going to be kind of crowded, but a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to that. And let's see here. So, and this is a hodgepodge, and I apologize because it's been a long time, and I like to put as much information as I can when I do my videos. So this would be a good place if you want to pause it, because I'm going to change the topic a little bit, going from retreats and the projects to guild. So for those of you who are a member of a needlework guild, or don't even know what that is, I am fortunate in the area that I live in. We have a lot of folks who, I believe we're going on, let's see, 2021 we'll have our 25th anniversary. So the guild has been around for a long time. It was started with the sole intention of focusing on antique schoolgirl samplers, and the guild was founded by Betty Whiting Fleming, and I believe I got that all correctly. She was a very strong advocate of needlework and learning about it, sharing the history of it, collecting the samplers. And so she was one of the founders of the guild, and it has carried on. There's a lot of benefits to having a guild. You do get to meet other stitchers, which sometimes can be a challenge. Sometimes you feel like you're off all by yourself, but fortunately now with FlossTube, you don't necessarily feel that way. You get to see what's new, what other people are doing, but there's just something about having a group of ladies that you can get to know, which is why I think one of the reasons a lot of the retreats are so popular is because you finally get to have that sense of camaraderie that you don't really get when you're stitching by yourself. Our guild is very active. We meet once a month. We have an annual retreat. We have an annual holiday party. We have programs, and we'll have lectures and projects, field trips. So we do all kinds of stuff. So it's really nice to have an opportunity to be exposed to so much information, and so much knowledge that the ladies share willingly of needlework and how they do different things. Or like we have one lady in our guild who is amazing with, she loves queen stitches. And I was having trouble when I first joined doing queen stitches, and she showed me, and you can't replace that. That's just something that I find, that's just how we've always learned. Someone has shared their knowledge. So I enjoy it. And today was our meeting, and today happened to be a day where members were able to sell their stash. So guess what? I have more than just a little bit of stash haul. I think I bought something from everyone there. When I came home, my husband just shook his head. He was like, "Don't you have enough?" And I'm like, "No, can never have enough. Never, 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 never." So anyway, so I'm going to share some of my haul with you, which is why I said that was a good, if you wanted to split this in two, that was a good spot to stop. All right, so as I said, I love mason jars. So this is an Atlas jar, and it says Atlas strong shoulder mason. So, so I snagged this. As soon as I saw it, I picked it up. The person that I bought this from, she had some of her own items, because a lot of the ladies are, you know, downsizing, and some of her mom's. And I think most of what I snagged were some of her mom's items, because I like the old stuff. So she had a bag of thimbles, which honestly, I didn't even go through them. I was just like, oh, look at all the thimbles. So we have a variety of thimbles. So let me get that up close so you can see it, maybe. And then, and I don't know what it is. I would never even use a thimble, but I just like them. Don't ask me. I think it's just because it's a sewing tool. And so I didn't even look at them other than what was in the bag. And this one looks like, where are my old lady glasses at? You know, all right. Oh, this has a year in it. It looks like it says 1936. Wow. And this one must be a Southwestern one, because it has, looks like some turquoise on it. And then this looks like a newer thimble. Oh, let me take those off because that's a horrible glare from the outside. And then I've never seen one like this. It has a piece on top, so you can, I guess, do this. Oh, that's probably not the right finger to use. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. I just realized it when I looked up. I was like, oh, that does not look good. And then let's see here. This just has, looks like an intricate design going around it. I did not mean to offend, so I apologize. All right, and then take the tape off of this one. So this is a sewing kit that it looks like the First Federal Savings Bank, wherever they were located, provided this. And so we have our thimble, and we have our little sewing threads and everything, and it looks like it's never been used. But where does, I was like, but where does the needle go? I can feel there's something in there. Oh wow, look at that. And the needle. I don't think I've ever seen one like this before. So I thought that was really cute. Plus I like the ad. I like old advertising. So there's that. And then she had a pin cushion. I'm taking all the masking tape off as I do this. That, I don't know if it's silver or not. I just liked it. And so I thought I would add that to my little collection that I have. And this is a JP Coates box. And I'm going to take the tape off of this too while I'm doing this. And I didn't even realize it had all the JP Coates in it. I thought it was just the advertising box, but it still has all of the thread in it as well. Added bonus. And let's see, this I'll have to take the tag off. But I thought this was so cute. I'm going to put it in I have a cabinet, well, I'm trying to think what it would be called. I guess a China hutch. It's where I keep all of my Christmas dishes, and they have cardinals on them. So I also have cardinal figurines all over the place. So I thought I would add this to my collection in the China cabinet, and it has a yellow pin cushion. So I thought that was adorable. And I've never seen one of these before either. So it is a globe pin cushion with a tape measure, which I'm not going to pull out because it kind of caught when I did it earlier, so I'm just going to leave it alone so that it stays in its little home there. But I thought this was adorable as well, so I picked that up. And then one of the ladies was selling a sewing tray, which I am always a sucker for sewing trays. And so when I saw this, I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and add that to my collection as well. And it's in really good shape, because a lot of times they'll have some wear or some dings around the edges from where they've been used over the years. But this one's still in really good shape, so I picked that one up. And then I also picked up some charts and some fabric. So there was one of the ladies in our guild had these. She had 3 canvas totes. They were probably this long, which is probably, I want to say maybe 18 inches long by about 12 inches wide and probably about 12 inches high. She had 3 of them, all full of fabric. So she had it broken out by the fabric count, and after trying the 28 count for the Liberty design and knowing that there's going to be a few more that are in my future, I went ahead and I picked up some of the fabric. So I thought this was a pretty color. It's a greenish, the name of it is charcoal. It's a Jobelin charcoal, and it looks more like an olive color to me, but I'm also going to do some coffee and tea dyeing to see if I can, to kind of grunge it up a little bit. But I thought, and it's a good size piece, it's 18 by 27, so I thought that would be a good one. And then this is another one. It is an 18 by 18, but there's no name. It's almost like a silvery color, an off gray, not an off gray, but a really subtle. It's not like an ecru or a beige. It's definitely has a grayish base to it. But I thought this would be a good one as well for one of the future designs after some tea dyeing. And then of course you can't go wrong with your light tan color. So I thought these would be good ones to practice with, and they're the right size for the future projects that I will be doing. So I went ahead and grabbed that. And then one of the ladies was, I guess, really downsizing her Blackbird collection, and I took full advantage of it. So we have Hedgerow Birds project bag, summer basket, peacock pin keep, Two Hearts by Blackbird, which I like this one, and I have something in mind for that one. And then Apple Orchard by Blackbird. And I don't know, some of these may be out of, I think one of them is out of print. They may all be out of print, I don't know. I just went ahead and grabbed them. I didn't have them, and I figured I needed to help them get rid of their stash and make it my stash. So I just went ahead and did it. This is one by Moss Creek Designs, or Ray Iverson, which I don't believe she's designing anymore. This is Things That Go Bump in the Night. So it's etui with the accessories in the tradition of 17th century English samplers. So I liked it. And let me see if I can do this without a glare. And included are, and I haven't even opened it up yet, so I don't know if the fabric is in here. I assume it probably is. Yep, it's in here. I can see it down there. But it has all the threads and everything, which I'm looking to see if it says on the outside. They're probably silks. So I figured, why not? And it has a little thread there. And then I love these Santas. I thought they were adorable. I like things old. So most of the Santas that you see are the new Santa, the bright red with the ho ho ho. I don't really, if I'm going to cross stitch something, I would prefer it to be old. So when I saw this one, I thought, oh, that's perfect. So his name is Black Peter, and let's see here. It says, this black-clad Christmas figure, also known as Cert, originated in Czechoslovakia and carried switches for naughty children. Our version is from the original Saint to Claw series of wooden Santa figures designed by Joretta Headley and produced by Headley's Artifacts of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. So that's where this design was inspired from, and a little bit of history about Black Peter. And then this one, who's a little bit more like our modern one, but this one's named Victorian. So, and these are by, let's see, Major Presentations, and this is the Saint to Claw series number 15. So I liked this one. So I grabbed those, and then I've never seen this design. And live in Virginia, outside of Washington, D.C., so I've grew up in the Mid-Atlantic my whole life. So this one I've never seen before, but I liked it. It has pretty much, it looks like all the major cities that go up and down the coast along the Atlantic. So I thought that would be a fun one. And I haven't even really looked inside, but I'm sure it explains a little bit more about which, so that would be, it goes all the way up to New York. So I'm guessing it would go all the way up to like Cape Cod, New York. It has the Capitol and the Washington Monument, so that's why I kind of liked it for this section down here, and I may just do that section. And then I love Noah's Ark, so I'll take a picture and show you my Noah's Ark that I have. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a 2x2 or the symmetry of it all. I don't know, but it was one of my favorite Bible stories. And so when I saw this, because some of them are cutesy or folk artsy, and I don't really want to do the cutesy. This one is a little bit more, I guess, refined or more. It's not cutesy. How's that? See if I can get it out. Oh, and it's a humdinger of a chart too. It's a trifold deluxe. Okay, but I really did like the way it's an Alma Lynn, which I'm pretty sure she's not designing anymore, and I just liked how it's done. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I'll show you guys. I'll take a picture or do a little video that I add to the end of my Noah's Ark that I picked up at an auction a few years ago. And then this is by Deborah Walker. It is from the Chester County collection. So Chester County, Pennsylvania has a beautiful collection of antique samplers. So this is one from the collection, which I really like. It's looks like the colors are in blue, which our master bedroom is blue, so I thought this would be really nice. It's definitely Quaker. It has quite a few of the Quaker motifs and designs included, the alphabet. So I thought this would be a good one. In all my copious spare time. Let's see here. And then I picked up this one. It's a Kathy Barrick. So I just noticed I've got a Noah's Ark theme going on, don't I? So this one I kind of, it says the waters prevailed upon the earth and the ark flotation, excuse me, need those glasses, and the ark floated on the face of the waters. And so I honestly just realized it, and I've already showed these to my husband. You would think that would have clicked at that point. And then somebody had a couple of prairie schoolers, so I picked up this one. It's the Farmer's Alphabet. And this one is a little different. It's Christmas strawberries. So I thought that would be a fun one to do. And it's on the nice cardstock, which of course is hard to find now. So I went ahead and picked those up. And then for those of you who may remember Mary Beale, I'm pretty sure she doesn't design anymore, but I have a couple of, she did like the sampler wreath, stockings. I just like her designs. So she must have sent out a newsletter, a quarterly newsletter. So they had some of her newsletters, and it has all these, there's all these charts in each one of them. So this is one that has a needlework journal. This one has a coming home sampler, wild animal sampler. And I'm not, because the charts are here, I'm not going to hold them up that way. I'm trying to hold them up so that I can, you know, protect that part. This one is medieval angels. And then more kitchen wisdom. Pleasant word samplers, which I think a lot of folks could use right now. And Victorian Christmas. So this one I was like, oh, this is a good one. It's all ornaments. So that should be fun. Like I said, in my copious spare time. But it was like it was a yard sale for needlework. How could you not, right? How could you not? And then one of my, actually this one was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's still here, because I looked at it earlier during while everyone was shopping, and then we had our business meeting and everything, which usually takes about half an hour, 45 minutes, because you know, it's programs talking, the treasurer, membership, show and tell, all of that fun stuff. So I went back, and it still hadn't sold, so I went ahead and bought it. I already have a copy, but I like having two. And I know that sounds crazy. So this is the, it's Quaker. Quaker Schoolgirl Samplers from Ackworth. So for anyone who's familiar with Ackworth and the story around the samplers that were made, Carol Humphrey put together this awesome book. And she features the samplers as well as the information about the girls who stitched them. Whatever she has is included. So I went ahead and picked this up too, since the reason I like having two is I like having one that I can look at, and if it gets yucky, it's okay. And then I like one that's always in really, really good shape. So I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I do. Let's see. So that's all my haul. And that is a little bit about my Midwest Cross Stitchers retreat that I attended. I will share info about StitchCon as that happens, wraps up, whatever the case may be. If you want to kind of keep up with me, the best way is probably on Instagram. I post, but depends on how busy things are, and over the last few weeks things have been a little bit crazy, so I haven't had as much opportunity as I normally do when things are a little bit quieter, but that's okay. That's still a way to keep in touch, find out what's going on. I have a note that I'm looking for, which is why I'm stalling, because there we go. So one of the things that when I went to my Hobby Lobby, they had a few of these, so I picked them up. So I'm sorry whoever came behind me, because they were not there. So I thought this would make a good giveaway. So if you are someone who knows that you're going to be stitching the Chock Full series, and you may not have a Hobby Lobby near you, or may not be able to get one by ordering online for whatever reason, I'm going to give one away. So all I ask is that you are a subscriber, that you turn the notifications on, because I don't post videos that often. So in my case, the notifications are kind of helpful, because if you really do want to watch my videos or follow me or whatever the case may be, that makes it easier since they're sporadic. I don't have a set schedule. So make sure you have the notifications on, and share. So if you think that there's someone that could benefit from some of the information that I shared this morning, let them know about my video and share it with them. And then let me know during this, I have a visitor. That was my husband. He could have come in here, but I think he's been out mowing the yard. So it's probably kind of yucky. So during the season of yard sales and yard crawls, what is your favorite item to hunt? Leave a comment below and let us all know what you like to look for. It may make us look at things a little bit differently than we have in the past, or maybe we'll come across something that we can let you know that, hey, we found this. Do you want it? I think that's kind of it for me right now. So I hope all of you have a wonderful time doing whatever you're doing, that you're able to find time to do some stitching, and always feel free to stop by and drop me a line, or follow me on Instagram, Facebook. All of them you can find me by just searching for Sampling of Memories, and my information should be there for you. Thanks. Bye.